Hello, David.
Hey, man. How are you?
Hey, I'm good.
Good.
Welcome back to session 4. How you been?
I've been good. Thanks. Yes.
Yeah, you've been good.
Yes. Yourself?
Yeah, I've been good.
Yeah?
I've been good.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
I wanted to ask you something today. Let's say, for instance, that you were to become a carpenter.
Okay.
And the education will cost you 70,000 Swedish crowns.
Okay.
And after you're educated, the company that you start working for, they supply you with the toolbox so that you can do your work.
Okay.
But for that, they charge you with 70% of your income. Yeah. So they take 70% of your income.
Yeah.
But still, you have to chase your own clients. So each individual project, you have to find yourself.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Do you still think that we would have any carpenters around if we had this system?
You only have very few carpenters around. Only few will be able to sustain that type of intensity and pressure.
Yeah, because that is the system that we have with in today's health and fitness industry, and all the PTs. This is how this works.
Yeah.
How come it works this way?
It's a good question. I mean, it works this way. I mean, when I first started, it was more a 50-50 split. So I started obviously back home in London. So it was like, in terms of Swedish krona, it would cost 200 crowns for a personal training session.
Yeah.
And the PT got 100 crowns. So it was split equally.
Right, 50-50.
50-50. As industry has progressed, the gap has widened. Why? Because the cost of the gym the gym's expenses have increased. Bigger locations, more expensive machines, and so forth like that, you know?
Right.
So as the cost of the gym gym's expenses, you know, marketing, location, equipment, as that increased, so the cost increases for the gym, which means they have to access revenue from other departments. So not just membership now, it's also from personal training, also from like when they sell drinks. One drink costs them maybe 5 crowns, but they're selling it for 25 crowns. So they have to access revenue from different areas, not just relying on the membership fee per month or per year.
Right.
This obviously isn't fair for the personal trainer, because in some aspects, the gym obviously is providing a personal trainer, like you said, with a carpentry
toolbox.
example.
They provide with the
toolbox,
Yeah,
the location, the equipment, the members, and so forth like that. But not many PTs can handle that. Very few, I would say 5% of PTs can handle that sustained pressure of having to every month, you have to sell in volumes that can allow you to pay your bills, put food on the table, pay your rent, and have a good lifestyle. So a PT has to more or less sell for, you can say, up to around 150,000 crowns every month to get a salary that is worthwhile.
Yeah, a decent salary.
Yeah. Not many PTs can do that. That's obvious. Yeah. So for me, it's like, I can understand from the gym's perspective, because I've owned gyms before, but from the PT's perspective, it doesn't work out. It doesn't work out. No. So I think the gyms and the gym owners, they need to really now rethink their strategy. If you want to keep quality with a personal training product, you've got to rethink your strategy and how you look after the PTs, who will in turn look after your members. Right. Because they're the ones who the members are going to rely on and help. The group training instructors, they help the masses, but not everybody trains in a group training room.
No.
A lot of people are now turning towards the gym to train inside the gym, and it's a PT's knowledge that's going to help them have success inside the gym. So what I would recommend for the gym owners, gym chains to look at, is their structure of how the PTs are paid. Look at it from this. Some PTs, they want to work just on commission. Fine, but increase that commission. So it's not like 30%, it's more like 50, 60%.
Right.
It shouldn't be like, it's like in boxing. I know a lot about the boxing world. The promoters make more money than the boxer. Yes.
Really?
Yeah. So the boxer who's training hard and going there to get his head knocked off is paid less than the promoter.
Yeah.
Right. Does that make sense?
No.
It's the same thing here. The trainers doing all the work.
Yeah.
Yes, the gym is promoting the trainer, but the trainer's doing all the work. So it shouldn't be that the gym takes more of the revenue than the trainer.
Really, is the gym promoting the trainer?
Promoting the trainer center is giving you the establishment to work from and a membership base, but it's not actively promoting you through marketing. Just that it's like, okay, we have a nice place, we've got X amount of thousands of members, we give you a uniform, some business cards, in that sense. But it's not actively finding clients for you. No, not doing that. So even there, it's not even doing that. It takes, like you said, 70% of your income. So the gym has to look at this, that it's the PT. If some people want to work on commission, fine. Then they're driven to work on commission, fine. Then let them choose that route, but have it more in their balance. The balance of their income is more in their favor. At least 50% of the income should go to the PT. At least if they work on commission only. At least. For those that don't want that system, it's too stressful. Give them a base salary. Say for example, you have 15,000 crowns a month. Right. And a smaller percentage, maybe like 10% of your sales. So what you sell for, you get 10% off, 15% off.
Right.
But give them a set salary so that they can pay their bills.
Yeah, still survive.
But they can't make a great living from it. So they've still got to sell.
Yeah.
So give them that comparison. So those who, so if for example someone just get paid 15,000 crowns a month, that's around about not half time, maybe just over half time work. So maybe it's about 60% work in terms of regular salary, right? So that person should be training clients during that time. Obviously, that's what they're paid for. Not training clients; they should be doing other stuff inside the gym. Yes. So you can see if that person is good at their job, then of course it's going to be good for them, but they still get a set salary and they still get some commission of what they sell. Right. If they're not good at it, then they shouldn't be there anyway. That's my point. Yeah. So if you can't work on a set salary and still sell, then you're of no benefit to the gym.
Yeah, of course.
But some people want to have that security, and some people want to be, okay, I go on this 100% just on commission. Be more flexible. Right. Be more flexible. So you could give them options, but the percentage for commission-based personal trainer, it just wants commission, should not only be 30%. It should be 50% at least. At least.
Right.
So that makes it more worthwhile. And for those who don't want to be commission-based, then give them a set salary, not too high, not too low, but manageable, and a smaller commission of what they sell. So they can choose those options.
Yeah, two different options.
Two different options, basically, yeah. So, like that.
Yeah, because what we have today is it's kind of unfair. It's pretty much a robbery. And at the personal trainer only getting about 30%.
Yeah, it's not fair. It's not fair. It's not fair.
Yeah, how is it that the health and fitness industry can go about it this way and people still choose to become personal trainers?
Okay, let me explain from my experience of that situation. When I came to Sweden, for example, so I came to Sweden. I worked for 9 months in SATS. The first time I came, 2003. So I was only here for a short time, so I knew I wasn't going to be here based forever. Or I thought I wasn't going to be based here forever. So okay. I knew the system. I got to know the system in SATS. Okay, yeah, £600 an hour. I'm going to get 30%. That wasn't the system I had back home in England, because I'd worked up my credibility and my knowledge skills. No problem. Here I'm only here for 9 months. I tolerate it for 9 months. Right. When I came back to live in 2005, of course I didn't go down that route. Now I'm here to live. Now I'm going to make a living from my profession, not let someone take 70% of my income.
Right. You got to provide for your family, yourself, and pay your bills.
Exactly. And not have to stress. And not have to work for somebody else who's going to take 70% of my money.
No.
So basically what I did, I went freelance. And this is where I would say that the industry was very raw at that time, Sweden. Very raw. So it's like you could freelance in different places. Okay? So I was doing freelance in a place called Sport Life. That's now Nordic Wellness. So an owner of that chain is still the owner of that chain today, even though he's changed names, Magnus Williamson. Fantastic entrepreneur. Has done so much great things for the industry in terms of building up gyms and giving people work in that aspect. Fantastic. But the personal training aspect of many of the gyms is underrated. They focus on the membership. So I was working freelance in Sport Life, and obviously Magnus saw what I was doing. I was one of the only PTs that had lots of clients. So many were freelancing. I was the only one that had clients all the time. But obviously I knew what I was doing. So of course he saw that this guy is good. So we sat down and we talked. He said, okay, David, can you start for me? No, I suggested to him rather, can you start from, I can start for you, Magnus, a personal training concept. Only SATS had that at that time. A personal training structure. I build it for you from the ground. Yes. So I'll put in the marketing. I'll hire the PTs. I'll train the PTs so that you have a concept, a structure that is obviously better than what SATs have. I know what I'm doing, and I will always thank him for giving me the opportunity, because nobody else would.
Right.
Nobody else would. I suggested to other people. Nobody else wanted to take that risk. They saw personal training. It's a risk. It's a risk. So nobody wanted to take that risk. You understand?
Yeah,
So of course, when I came, he saw that I was good at my job. So okay, this risk is not so much of a risk because I can see that this guy is good at what he does. So he said to me, okay, can you do this really? I said, yeah, of course I can. Of course I can do it. I've done it back home in England. I can do it for you here. Same thing. So I really thank you for giving me the opportunity. We split 3 years later on, but he gave me the opportunity to really show what I could do to the Swedish market, basically. So from there, you could say, from having the opportunity to build up something from the scratch and raise it up, that gave me the advantage over many other personal trainers, because now I'm on a higher level.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
And people can see that this guy knows what he knows his stuff. And obviously then people start to copy. So I was the first guy to bring in 30 hours of PT, 50 hours, 100 hours, to bring in Autogiro, so you can buy PT on Autogiro. I started all this concept. Yeah?
Right.
Having more than two trainers in the gym. Back that time I was only having 2 or 3 trainers in the gym. I said, no, you should have 10, 15 trainers inside the gym. There's massive, lots of members there. So I put all this structure into place back in that time for Sportlife. So what I saw was that the health and fitness industry doesn't know much about personal training because it was so new here. There was no one here who had developed the market.
Right.
Like what we had in England. We had guys who were very good at personal training from back in the 80s, who transferred their knowledge over to us in the 90s. So now we are 10, 15 years ahead of what Sweden is, because there's no one here who's done that.
Right.
You see what I'm going?
Yeah.
So even though there were schools here, the schools don't know what they're teaching because you haven't worked as a trainer for many years and known all the areas about training and personal training. So there was no structure. It was just, okay, here's a new product that's happening in the US and in the UK. Let's bring it into the gym.
Yeah, let's copy.
Yes, copy. But you've got no infrastructure.
Yeah.
You understand? You've got no plan, no preparation. There's no experience there. You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
So you can't equip people and empower people when you don't have the education and the experience.
Right.
So I saw that this was lacking. So of course now they follow whatever goes on around Europe. So the health and fitness industry in Sweden it's like 10 years behind. We have evolved so much more than that. So that's what I'm saying, that they could still have the old system. That okay, gym cost is high, so we've got to take money from other areas to manage our income. So we obviously we as a gym can survive. But instead of increasing the price of your PT a little bit, the service, and increase the personal trainer's salary, will make them more hungry to work because they get better salary,
Right.
which would now bring in more customers, which will now bring in more members, because obviously one satisfied member is going to go away and talk to their friends. I'm training with David, I'm training with Pontus, I'm training with Stefan. Where? Oh, in Nordic Wellness. Oh, in SAS. Oh, in 24/7. Okay, well come here and you can train with him also. So a new member, a new PT customer.
Yeah,
so
of course.
The
Yeah,
wheel
of course.
spins.
Marketing by word of mouth.
Exactly. But now, if the personal trainer doesn't have enough customers, then the gym can't make enough money. So that they're keeping all on that same level. You see my point?
Yeah.
So I always say that if you're not selling as a personal trainer inside the gym, you're a liability, you're not an asset, because the gym wants to make money from you. But the gap is too wide. But if you increase the price a little bit and increase the personal trainer's salary to a level where they feel this is now worthwhile my time, it's a lot of time. It's not just the time that you spend to do the training or the consultation.
No.
It's the planning time at home. It's the emails and phone calls and SMSs to keep up the engagement and connection with the customer. It's the travel time to and from the facility, because you're not there like, from 7 till 10. You've got to go away, take lunch, come back, go home, come back, train in the morning clients, train in the afternoon clients, train in the evening time clients. It's like you've got to be backwards and forwards inside the gym, not stay there for 15 hours straight.
No.
Right. So it's a constant pressure on the PT for so low return on the investment that makes them, it's not worth my while. Okay. So this now you need to change, and the health and fitness industry understand that the personal trainer is the one that can change it, because he or she is a connection between the gym and the members. If the members are seeing results, then the gym will have more members.
Right, right,
And then the PTs will have more customers because the gym has more members.
right, right.
You see what I mean? So it's that cycle that we have to follow right now.
If you could do one thing different
Yes.
to change this whole situation,
Yes.
what would that be?
I would change the education system behind personal training. I will educate not just the personal trainers, but the gym owners need to be educated. The gym owners are not gym people.
No,
They don't work
The
out.
business people.
They're business-minded people. They also want to make money.
entrepreneurs.
Great ones. I mean, there's great ones. I mean, the guy in 24/7 done fantastic. Fantastic. I mean, from having one gym in Malmo to now having like over 150 gyms in 10 years. It's amazing what he has achieved. Providing work for thousands of people. So it boosts the economy. It's fantastic. But same time is the people who are working inside the gym need to be educated to understand the health and fitness industry, the market trends, to understand the needs of the customers. Not just open up a facility, pump in thousands of members, but no one to look after them.
Right, right.
That doesn't make any sense.
No.
You wouldn't have guests come into your house and leave them sitting down doing what they feel like.
No, of course not.
You're gonna look after
Yeah,
them.
you tend to them and look after them.
Exactly. And that's what we have to do. If you have 2,000 members, you've got to have 20 to 30 PTs looking after your membership base. It's not the receptionist that can do it. They're in the reception. It's not the gym manager. They're in the office. It's not the gym owner. He's in the office or he's like looking around for new facilities. It's not the group training instructor. They're doing group training. It's the PTs.
Right,
The more PTs you have, the more satisfied members you have.
right.
Like you said, word of mouth marketing. So if we don't educate the health and fitness industry, we're going to just be dealing with bad quality. And unsatisfied members or dissatisfied members not seeing the results. Then dissatisfied PTs who go into work inside the gym, don't get enough customers and quit. And then you've got to start the process again of hiring and firing, hiring and firing, hiring
Right,
and firing.
right.
Doesn't make any sense. Waste a lot of time.
Yeah.
See my point? So health and fitness industry needs to come up to speed
Yeah.
like we have done in UK and US.
All this have to change.
It's got to change. It's got to change basically. And like I said, it's there's been a great advancements in terms of how many gyms we have. Like I said, with Nordic Wellness now, 24/7. You've got SATs also. There's gyms everywhere. But the members need to be taken care of by the PTs. We are the source, basically. We are the source of the membership's enjoyment of working out inside the facility. Yeah, that's how I see it. That's how I see it in my opinion, in my experience, basically.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much, David.
No problem, my friend. No problem.
Thank you
no
very
problem.
much.
No problem. No problem. Anytime.
Take care, my friend.
You too. You too.